So everybody, here we got Ernest Evans Sr. on the podcast. He is a comedian, former veteran, and all-around awesome dude. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
So let's go over. So you've been doing comedy for a little bit, right?
Yeah, man. So comedy, I think, what's this, August? This is September. So right at 15 months. Yeah.
Nice.
So comedy right at 15 months.
Dude,
started last year.
Your progression, I saw you when you were like a couple months in.
Yeah.
And then I saw you like a little bit further down the line, and then I've seen you a little bit further down the line. Dude, your progression is incredible. Like the fact that the laughs per minute that you get,
right,
plus your like presence on stage has changed so much. Like I'm like, whoa. How often do you get on stage?
Man, first of all, I appreciate that, man. I get on stage. I used to get on stage a lot, just my family dynamic. I'm still a family guy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the family for letting me do comedy, first of all, because, they come first, man. But I would say in the beginning, last year, I was trying to get on stage at least 3 times a week.
Okay.
But for me, I think I'm not a traditionalist, and I never have been. So the way I approach it is I look for quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So whether you're performing in front of your mirror, it has to be a quality performance. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, I really take it serious, and I can attest that to just being in the military.
Yeah.
So I would have to say just progression comes from just taking it serious.
Yeah.
Not saying other people don't, but I think my seriousness is a lot.
Yeah.
More serious.
Okay. Nice, man. So where did you grow up?
Man, I'm a country boy, baby. Shit, I grew up in Rockdale, Texas. For real. Yeah. Rockdale, Texas. It's about an hour. From here, goddamn 2 days. Shit, we far around this bitch, man. Yeah. So it's about an hour and some change northeast of here. You know where Hutto is?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Round Rock, Thorndale.
Okay.
Then you hit right after Thorndale is Rockdale.
Okay.
So Rockdale was known for Alcoa back in the day,
okay.
Aluminum Corporation of America. Rockdale was a thriving community when we had that factory out of there. I forget what year it closed down, but after it closed down, a lot of jobs left, a lot of poverty came. Rockdale has an issue with drugs, but it's picking up now, man. So I think Rockdale is on the uptick because it's a lot of stuff coming to the surrounding areas. So if you can't get on the bus, you're gonna get left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm from, man. I left for the Army.
Okay.
At the age of 18, 2 weeks out of high school.
Oh wow! So you like right away?
I was gone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What made you want to join the Army?
Man, I played basketball growing up. You know, saying I thought I was gonna go to college, play basketball, but one of my buddies was talking to a recruiter, and the recruiter happened to talk to me. My high school girlfriend ended up getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay some bills, so I had to become an adult at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Shit, some of these kids these days get a girl pregnant, they be looking for their mama to help take care of it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to do what they got to do. Shit, so I joined the military, man. I had to make a life-changing decision, and it was the best decision I ever made, man. A lot of good things came out of serving this country. So if you're ever thinking about serving, don't hesitate. Just go try it out. You get a lot of great things from it, man. So go talk to a recruiter. Shit.
We got Ernest, the recruiter, over here.
Yeah, I want my percentage, though, damn it.
That's awesome, man. So how many people are in your immediate family?
Man, so, I have my oldest daughter, Zabrin, and my grandson, CB, Cannon Banks, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be famous with just Cannon Banks. Then I got my oldest son, Ernest Jr., 15, and my baby girl, Lakin. Yeah, so 3, and then I got my wife, Michelle.
Okay.
And she's got a baby on the way. So
wow.
I'm trying to build this tribe, man. Everyone I have is a fan.
That's awesome, man. That's how you build it, man. That's how you build that following.
Yeah, everybody better have a phone.
So, growing up in Rockville, right?
Rockdale.
Yeah. What was it like growing up there?
Man, bro. So, I grew up with my brothers and my cousins. It was 5 of us, and we were close. We did everything under the sun, and then we had close friends. of the family. And, growing up black in Rockdale, you had a certain small group of people that you really connected with that looked like you. And so, from shooting BB guns to playing basketball on Rice Street, going fishing, jumping barbed wire fences, fishing in people's damn tanks that we wasn't supposed to be in. It was just fun, man. My dad worked for the city for a long time. So during the summer, the best thing was chasing down mosquito trucks that he used to drive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what that is? A mosquito truck?
No, I do not know what a mosquito truck is.
You can research it, but it's a damn truck. Ain't no telling what was in this shit, right? So he mixed this shit behind a barn probably in a 5-gallon bucket and had to pour it into this damn engine on the back of a truck.
Okay.
Right? And he started it, and it compressed it and burned it, and it shot this damn smoke out the back of it.
Oh, wow.
And it fumigates mosquitoes.
Okay.
But the thing in the hood was to chase behind that bitch because it smells so good, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why all these parents, they messed up now, damn chasing mosquito trucks. It's a real thing in country towns, man.
That's funny, dude. So what did you like to do? So you said you liked to fish. How was high school for you?
Man, high school, dude, I got, when we were growing up, bullying to us wasn't bullying. You know what I'm saying? They we're like, man, this dude's an asshole, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, quit picking on me. Why you picking on me all the time? But yeah, man, this one dude, I ain't gonna call his name out, but he used to bully everybody, bruh. He used to bully everybody. And I would just say, just dealing with that dude, it made school fucking horrible. But during the daytime, I had friends that was around me, and I was just always being funny. You know what I'm saying? Staying out of trouble, man. I was a good kid. At least I think I was. Just staying out of trouble. But school was fun. But if I could go back, and I'd probably fuck that dude up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I should have did. You know what I'm saying? But I was little, man. I was like 5'5".
Yeah.
Class clown, but not really the class clown. But just trying to find my way. So it wasn't really tough, but I would say I had a good time in high school.
Did you have a growth spurt at some point?
Hell no, man. I was born like this at the age of 43, baby. I didn't have. I'm 5'9". But I jumped out of airplanes in the military.
Oh, were you damn, I forgot. What was the term?
Airborne?
Airborne, airborne.
Yeah, so I was airborne in the 82nd Airborne Division. And, man, from jumping out of airplanes at the age of 18 to 20-something, strapping that parachute to your back, sitting in the harness for hours on the ground, waiting for an aircraft to come to jump out of, it takes toll on your body. So I started the Army at 5'10", but I got out 5'8".
Oh, really?
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Nah, I'm 5'9". I've been growth spurt high school. That's it.
Okay. But probably jumping out of the airplane gave you a little stretch too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you play any sports in high school?
Yeah, I played football, basketball, and I ran track. I did long distance, and I pole vaulted.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I was
athlete.
Nah, I wouldn't say all that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get the girls, man. Shit, that's what track, man. Track meet all the girls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nah, I love track. I love pole vaulting because it was something that you just didn't see black people doing. You know what I'm saying? Especially in high school.
Yeah.
And it got me out of running. You know what I'm saying? I was running long distance. I was pretty good, but I just got tired of running, bro. I was like, I'm just going to do this pole vault real quick, you know what I'm saying, in the morning.
Just a quick sprint.
Get this shit out the way early in the track meet and then go just peruse the scene for the rest of the day. And that's what I did. In basketball senior year and track, and that's it, man. I ain't played football my senior year. I was tired of that shit too. So
yeah, that sounds like a lot of damage to just your entire body.
Man, I mean, as kids though, we played football in the street, tackle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Tackle on the street. Oh man, you guys were tough.
Running barefoot in sticker patches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Okay.
So you had to be tough. I was born in 1980, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how tough you got to be growing up in the 80s?
Yeah.
I had to stay outside 2 days one time. Shit, in the heat, bro.
Oh, no.
Because if you come inside, you can't go back out. That's rule 75 in the black household.
Just go around, play, figure it out, man.
Hey, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes, the world we grew up in is totally different, though. You just can't send kids out these days playing around and shit. They end up on Epstein's Island or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to watch your kids.
Yeah, you don't
There's a
want
lot of crazy mofos out here, man. Like we did, you know what I'm saying? people didn't kidnap us because shit, we'll fuck them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Different styles,
you know
right?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kidnap a kid these days, they're like, when we stopping at McDonald's? It's like, nah, bro, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember when I was like 5 or 6, like my family took me a trip to Florida. We were at the food court and some random lady just comes over and offers me candy. And I was like, I want candy. And my mom's like, no, what do you want to just get taken by some lady? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You know, like someone offers you candy. That's all you need.
Well, I don't know, man. Depends on what type of candy it is, bro. Shit. I ain't getting no van for no now laters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you give me some Snickers, though, we can talk. Shit. Nah, I'm not getting no van for no now laters, bro. Yeah. What if you gave some black licorice?
Oh, no. See, now I'll stop there. I don't need that.
You just can't do every candy.
No. But it seems like, to me, you're like such a sociable guy and like you like very easygoing. You said you were bullied? Like, but it seems like you're like the popular kid in school.
Nah, man. Rockdale was small, man. My graduating class was like 112 people, right?
Okay.
And I could probably count. I mean, I guess I was likable, you know what I'm saying, a sociable, I guess. I wasn't disliked, but I wasn't the most popular guy either. Yeah. Because the school was so small, everybody knew everybody. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think why people remembered me, man, and I take this to the day that I die, I always try to be a genuine, nice person. You know, I have a hard exterior from what I look like because I was in the military for so long. Man, you can't just go around being soft. Back in when I joined, you know what I'm saying? And being black, bro, like you've just been a black man. You like, I can't appear soft. You know what I'm saying? But once people get to know me, they're like, damn, this dude is like chill. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a chill dude, man. I love everybody until you give me a reason not to love you. Yeah. And then we got an issue.
That's got to be a really bad reason because, dude, you're such a likable guy and so like such a genuine person. I don't know. Yeah. It seems to me that someone's got to cross you really bad for you to be able to get in that mode.
I'm a forgiving guy, man. And I always didn't used to be like this, but just having kids, and you know, I went through a divorce and ended up with custody of my kids, but just being a single parent and meeting my now current wife and having her help me work through stuff, you know what I'm saying, getting out of the military, having the VA, just it's crazy how your life changes when you're not in a profession that warrants an attitude all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I've always took that mantra with me, even in the military. You know, I treated soldiers how I wanted to be treated. You know what I'm saying? It was one standard, either you met it or you didn't. You know? But just trying to be a nice, genuine person, man. So it means a lot to me that you notice because I don't do it to get noticed. I do it because that's how I was brought from my grandma, my mom, and the way I try to bring my kids up now. Yeah.
Okay. So, did you get along well with your grandparents?
Yeah, man. My grandmothers on my dad's side moved in with my aunt at the age of 15. Okay. And my grandmother, they lived side by side, so very close with my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And then my grandmother on my mom's side, my grandfather, biological grandfather, served in the military. I really didn't get to meet him. Okay. He had passed away. But I would say my step-grandfather, man, was a cool dude. He served in the military, too. We call him Pops. But he very cool dude, man. And learned how to cook from him, learned how to do odds and ends. And, you know, my grandmother on my mom's side, man, she was a Spitfire. She ain't taking no shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I can see that's where my mom got it from. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just... She ain't taking no shit, so very family oriented, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
You seem like obviously you have a big family of your own, but you also seem like you're like a kind guy. Yeah. It's always like looking to you treat people like they're your family. Yeah, I remember. When I met you, like we're just sitting at an open mic, and then you just started talking to me like, oh, this dude's like really nice up the top. Like, I don't know. I think I'm like, I need a little bit warming up in my end to get to that point for some reason. I don't know why, but you were just like, man, just let's go boom, boom, boom. And it's like, oh, we're just having a good conversation from the get go. So,
that was pretty early on, man, when I started comedy. And I read a lot of books, bro, about open mics and how terrifying they could be. But, I served in the Army. I got out of E8, first sergeant, which is pretty high in the military. You know, there's only one rank out there, E9, which is sergeant major.
Okay.
So I had to give a lot of briefings, talking in front of people that you don't know, being in the military, giving classes. Like the Army immerses you in the shit that you wouldn't be immersed in if you were just going the traditional route, going through adulthood, go to college, get a job. Like at the age of 18, being in basic training, like, bruh, if you get selected to be a squad leader, like, you're in charge of these people now. At 18, you get selected to be a platoon sergeant, like, you're in charge of all these people now, and you got to figure it out, you know, because if you don't figure it out, everybody gonna suffer. And so I was like, damn, this is like the first day of basic training when I went to the open mics. I like, man, it was nerve-wracking. So what do you do to ease the nerve? Same thing I did in the military. I ease it with conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody here nervous. They, you know, they may not admit it. Maybe not the veterans that's been doing the shit for a while, but even now, man, you know, I still get nervous at open mics, even though I know I'm not really going to try to kill an open mic scene. I'm working on particular things. It's just the nerves of getting up and talking in front of your peers and people that you don't know to try to deliver a product to make it to people to buy it, essentially. You know? So, I saw you there, man. We chopped it up. Dude. You're a good dude, man.
I appreciate it, man. Because even to this day, like, I still, like, for some reason, I want the comedians to like me. So that kind of gets in my own way. You know what I mean? So that's what makes me nervous sometimes. It's like, I'm in front of a crowd, I don't care. Like, I know what I'm doing. But for some reason, even when I'm testing new material out, I'm like, oh, I don't have this memorized the particular way I want it to, so I can deliver it the way I want it to. So it's like, oh no, I'm gonna forget, or some dumb thing like that. So it's interesting. So you said during the military, were you a squad leader in boot camp and stuff like that?
Nah, man. Unfortunately, nah. Like during basic training, bro, basic training, I was crying like a little girl. Bro, I wrote a letter to my recruiter, told his ass come get me. I ain't even lying. That shit sucked, bro. I was at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, the first time I ever been on a plane, ever been away from the house. This was I was the first cycle that had females in basic training. I had this drill sergeant, cool dude, man. That motherfucker punched me in my stomach so hard, man. I was like, oh, bitch. Oh. Because, you know, I ain't know no better. Because when you get to, and I'm writing, I got a whole lot of stuff I wrote about this. I'm going to deliver to the world because it's funny. When you go to damn MEPS in the military, bruh, they got the people that's in there that meet you. Them the motherfuckers who didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So they got these soldiers coming to pick you up and shit. Like, hey, yo, come on, hurry up, get over here. But we didn't know that until after the fact that these the motherfuckers that didn't make it. So how you gonna greet me with the guys that you about to send to the house because they didn't make it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, we chilling and shit. They out there smoking cigarettes, hat cocked to the side, uniform half-ass put on right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why the hell this dude got on Nikes, Jordans with the whole uniform? He was on profile. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt, so he was getting recycled. But they were there at reception. And I was chilling, man. I was like, all right, we're at camp, bro. I was eating ice cream, chocolate, milk. I was living my best life at reception, getting my fucking uniforms and stuff, bro. Yeah, they came to God doggone get us like that Friday. They had all of us in formation. I remember this shit plain as day. I was in the front. Mind you, all the dudes that we got our information from is the motherfuckers who didn't make it. So I was sitting in formation just chilling, got my hands in my pocket. These drill sergeants walking around giving us instructions. I spit. Man, this dude came around, hit me in my goddamn stomach so hard. Bam! Don't you ever spit in my fucking formation. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, damn, who's this guy? Right? Because everybody at the reception was nice. Was nice. So these is the dudes that was about to train us for the next damn 8 weeks. So, man, I was like, oh, shit, what'd I get myself into? It was rough, man. It was rough.
So how? Boot camp's 8 weeks?
It was when I went through,
Okay. Has it changed?
I think it's 10 weeks now, maybe 14 weeks, man.
Okay.
Shit, you know, it just ain't boys and girls no more. So I don't know what the hell they got going on, man. But shit, I think they probably teaching basic training on TikTok, knowing the Army. Shit. Ain't no telling, man. I'm glad I got it. I mean, I love the Army, man. I do. I do. If they call me, I'll go back. But they got to take me how I am.
How long were you in there?
22 years.
22.
Man.
Oh, dude, you retired from the Army, right?
Yeah, I'm retired.
You did the whole thing, man.
I did the whole thing, man. I don't half-ass nothing.
How? What made you think? Oh, I want to be an airborne guy. I forgot the terminology.
Yeah,
of all this
so
stuff.
I'm a Black Hawk crew chief. That's my job was in the military. So I mean, if you don't, so people are like, what's a Black Hawk? What does Black Hawk crew chief do? I say, well, one of the cool things we do, we shoot guns out of the side of a helicopter, at different various levels in the Army. So if you watch the movie Black Hawk Down when they're flying a helicopter over Somalia, the dude leaning out the window shooting the gun. I was like, okay, that's a crew chief or a gunner.
Okay.
So essentially, that's what I do. Or you see the movies where a Black Hawk comes and land, and the guy jumps out the back and he walks out and greets people.
Yeah,
that's the crew chief.
Okay.
So that's what I did. And the UH-60 has different platforms and performs different missions throughout the Army.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I did. But I was at Fort Eustis, Virginia, and they were like, man, they were passing out orders for the previous class, and they were sending their asses to like Korea, Alaska, and bro, I'm from Texas. I'm like, it's cold as hell over there. I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
And so this airborne recruiter came through, and my AIT drill sergeants were airborne, and I seen the jump wings. You know what I'm saying? And when they had their jump boots on, man, just looking sharp. The airborne recruiters when they came up, and they was like, yeah, if you go airborne, shit, you going Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I knew I was going to be in the United States because I had a daughter that I, you know what I'm saying, I had to see, so I couldn't go to Korea. And I went to airborne school, man, and that's how I ended up airborne.
Okay. How long is airborne training?
It's 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, 21 days. Freaking, man, I went to Georgia in January. It was cold as hell, bro.
Oh, no.
I got my damn frostbite on my fingers.
Really?
Man, bro, one of my good friends, man, Jay Rube. What's up, 120? So I was 119. He was 120. They give you numbers.
Okay.
In airborne school, and me and him we're pretty close throughout airborne school. It was cold as hell, bro.
Okay.
So you run everywhere you go. It's raining, you running. From the time you get up to the end of the day, you running. And it had been raining, and it was Georgia. The shit had froze over.
Yeah.
And we're in PT in the morning, about to get smoked for something. That's when they make you do physical exercises.
Okay.
So these motherfuckers made us do push-ups in like these puddles.
Okay.
And ice water, right?
Yeah.
So it's cold as hell out there. So all day, bro, we're out there. My damn fingers almost fell
Ooh.
off. Yeah. But if I missed training, I would have to drop out of airborne school. So I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
so
they
I power through.
Yeah, you don't want to quit in that
Hell no. Because then I probably would have got sent to Korea.
Oh, no.
I was like, hell no, I ain't doing that. So, yeah.
So after doing the airborne training, what goes on after that?
So after airborne training, depending on your job, your MOS, if that's the only training you got, you go onto your duty station. So after you graduate, we graduated on like a Thursday night. And the bus picked us up from Fort Benning, Georgia, drove us to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. The next day, we were met by permanent party people who were stationed there. They assigned us to our unit, gave us our barracks room. If you were single, if you were married, you found your house off post.
Okay.
And they told us where to be the next day, which was actually online. We went to 82nd Airborne Reception. So when you get to a new installation, and they don't do it like this no more, you got to go to this place where all the new people come.
Yeah.
And you get acclimated to the post.
Yeah.
And they teach you all this stuff. And then you're like, okay, you're going to this place. You're going to this place. You're going to that place. They make sure you got all your equipment.
Yeah.
And like on Thursday, your sponsors come pick you up, or they take you and drop you off. And then you get assigned barracks rooms and your unit and what you'll be doing.
Okay.
But yeah, so after that, man, it's like a regular job. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up in the morning for PT. Normally PT starts at 6:30. And after PT, it's normally an hour and 15 minutes. You go shower, eat breakfast, then you got to be at work at 9.
Okay.
And then this is the traditional Army, what the normal schedule is. And so from 9 to 11:30, 12 o'clock, you work, and then you take lunch from 11:30 to 12, and you come back at 1 o'clock, which is 1300. You work till 5.
Okay.
But normally motherfuckers don't be getting off at 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's stupid, man. I know they still do this in the Army. Like, they keep everybody there until, if there's one person that has something to do, they'll keep everybody there until that one person finishes what they have to do.
Oh, really?
And then they'll send you home. That's some leaders do that, and some don't. But as a private, it happened a lot. And one thing I said when I get in charge, I'm gonna fix that shit. I ain't never doing that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It'd be like 3 o'clock. If we ain't have shit to do, I'm sending them
Get
soldiers to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're deployed, you can't go home at 5. You gotta go to that tent.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime I got a chance to give soldiers off, man, I gave them off if we're back in the States.
That's cool. Like you do seem like a guy that's like, oh, I'm just gonna make everything better than whatever I'm in. Because
that's my mantra, man. That's my mantra.
That's awesome, man. So, you mentioned you deployment. How many times did you go on deployment?
Man, so 2 deployments. I did some a peacekeeping mission in Bosnia.
Mm-hmm.
I did some stuff down in Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty fun time. In Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did end up going to Korea.
I ended up going to Korea. But, hey, and I tell you, bro, hey, they shouldn't send first-term soldiers to Korea. You know what I'm saying? Because Korea's out of control, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when I was there, oh, my God, bro. Like, best duty station I ever been to.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, just because of the partying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the partying, the food, the people, the Korean culture. Man, it's dope. Like, just the food turned me on to a whole different experience.
Yeah.
And just traveling, going to see different places. But Korea was definitely, I met a lot of good friends over there. It was a close-knit family with the people you did hang out with because you're in a whole other country,
Yeah.
You got a 14-hour flight to get back to the house.
Yeah.
So I did end up going to Korea. And but they shouldn't send first-term soldiers over there. I don't care if you're an officer, a warrant officer, or enlisted, because alcohol is prevalent over there. Sexual assaults are prevalent over there. And soldiers can get over there, man, and see all that stuff and lose their way.
Yeah.
And soldiers can get into the wrong crowd and fall in and do some stupid stuff, and their career be over even before it started by going to Korea.
Yeah.
So that's just my take on it.
It's kind of like a good proving ground to like see what's going on with everybody.
Korea?
Yeah.
Shit, hell no, man. You go over there, get in trouble, bro. Like a lot of more people. Well, when I was in, a lot of people go over there, they get in trouble, because you got 18, 19-year-old kids that go over there and they go to a bar. And I hate to say it, they got girls over there that, are not over there to just be with you. You know what I'm saying? There's ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And some of these soldiers, they ain't never had a girlfriend a day in their life. Never had interest shown in them. So now you got this beautiful lady, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling where she's from in the world or why she's there, showing you all this attention and you giving her money. Now y'all dating, and now you getting married. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of stuff that people don't think about when 18, 19-year-old kids go to another country.
Yeah. Did you learn Korean while you were there?
I learned a little bit, man, enough to get me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Ask for some discounts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, you go through a reception, an integration, just like in the States. So because you got to learn the culture, and I think that's why a lot of military people are culturally diverse.
Yeah.
Because the Army they do a great job of trying to indoctrinate you into the culture of the host country. So they'll have local nationals, the Korean people or whatever country you go to, working on base, and they have the language classes that you go through, and you learn different cultures about the country that you're visiting. So, 안녕하세요, hello, goodbye, or think gaga juiceo, like, can I get a discount, or is this the best price?
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I remember, man. Just if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah, that's very true, man. How long were you there?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're for a long time.
Yeah, so tours and overseas are normally a year.
Okay.
And then you return back to your home duty station, wherever you choose.
Okay. So, did they have you traveling around the whole country throughout your 22 years, or did they keep you in like a specific base?
So I consider myself a brag baby. A lot of soldiers, if they spend a lot of time at brag. Once you go airborne, you go to Fort Campbell, because that's home of the air assault slide helicopter, and they have airborne there. And there's other airborne divisions around, but the 82nd Airborne Division is American Guards of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Rapid deployment unit.
Okay.
Anywhere in the world within 18 hours, ready to lay down some ass kicking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you become part of the 82nd Airborne, you really don't leave. So you'll do a tour to Korea for a year. You'll come back to brag. You'll do a tour In Honduras, you'll go back to Bragg. Or some people do get out, but they always end up back at Bragg.
Yeah.
So from 1998, and it's not called Bragg now. Shit, I forget what it's called. So from 1999.
Oh, really? They changed it?
Yeah, you know, it was Confederate.
Oh, okay.
The whole Confederate post thing. So yeah, they changed the names. So from January 1999 to 2006, I was at Fort Bragg.
Okay.
2006, 2007, I went to Honduras. Then I went to Virginia. Then after Virginia, I went to Afghanistan second time.
Oh,
man, man, I don't know. It's a blur. I got to put that timeline together. But, yeah, I've been some everywhere, bro.
Yeah, that sounds – yeah, you were, like, all over. What was your favorite either answer, like, you choose, like, what was your favorite either period or your favorite place that you visited during the military?
Man. I would say Colombia.
Colombia?
Yeah, man. It was New Year's Eve. We had we were doing some stuff down in Central America and South America. One of our helicopters were doing some other stuff with another unit, and their helicopter broke. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, in Colombia, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we had to take some down parts to them, and so the distance we were flying, we couldn't do a turn and burn, take it, and come back. So we got there like on New Year's Eve and went to the beach. It was in Cartagena.
Yeah.
Went to the beach, and just seeing that, I was like, bruh, this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
But Belize is nice too.
Yeah.
I was in Guatemala. That's nice too. So if I would have to pinpoint best experience, I would have to say probably Belize.
Okay.
Probably Belize.
Okay.
Because I love food, man.
Yeah.
I love food, and Belize, some of the best Indian food I ever had.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So I would have to say Belize.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So when did you retire?
2019.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty recent.
So I did the delayed entry program. In my junior year over the summer, talked to a recruiter. I was like, yeah, man, this is what I need to do. And wasn't sure if I was going to join, but then my girl ended up being pregnant. So I was like, I got to join her now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that delayed entry, is that like a testing thing? So like to see if you would want to do it or not?
Yeah. So we did, like, the recruiter came, we did some drills, practice taking the ASVAB, learn how to march, learn how to do PT and stuff like that. Yeah. If you had a good recruiter. And recruiters, they get a budget. They come grab the recruits, take them out to lunch and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard recruiters, some of them are like, oh, they sell you the moon and the stars, and then they send you the worst place ever you can think of or something like that.
Man, I mean, they sell you the moon and stars, but the recruiters really don't have a say-so
in the matter
where you
go. Okay, so that's just because they're just trying to get you in.
They just want to get you in there. I don't give a day. After that, man, the recruiters, they see you as a number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I don't speak for all recruiters. I know it's a stressful job, bro.
Yeah.
I know, like, I don't wish recruiting on anybody. You imagine having to go convince some of these kids to go serve a higher purpose than them?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need you to go defend our country.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you want me to do what?
Yeah.
Like, can my mama come?
Yeah.
Like, no, bro. Hell no, she can't come. She can join with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just going out there to these high schools and saying, hey, you want to come serve? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what do I have to do? And then you see all these stories on TikTok about how the Army is this, how the Marines is that, and it's at their fingertips, man. So I couldn't even imagine being a recruiter in today's world.
Yeah.
But if you're good at it, you can be good at it.
Yeah.
But if you're out there watching this, man, hey, serve your country. Do it for 4 years. Get some good benefits. Learn a lot of shit. So it's the oldest profession there is, right?
Yeah.
So
I thought about doing it once, like not once, but like I was like in my 30s already, so I was like, I don't know if I should do this because my I didn't want to like mess up my body.
Yeah.
But
you was how old?
When I thought about it, I think I was like 31 or 32.
Oh, bro, when you hit 30, your body already messed up. Shit. 2 weeks after I turned 30, I had to go to the hospital. My shit was like,
yeah, I already had like knee aches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know.
You would have fit right in.
And probably my mom would have not like that. So I'm like, I don't know. But I did. So I went 3 times to a recruiting office. The first time there wasn't anybody there, so I'm like, okay. The second time there was someone there, but I was afraid to talk because I was like, man, if I go talk to this guy, I'm just gonna sign up right away.
Yeah.
And then the third time I talked.
You're that easy to convince.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I'll just go with the flow,
22 years later,
Yeah.
I just went in for a Snickers.
So, and then the third time I did talk to a recruiter, and like he asked me a bunch of questions. But there were 2 recruiters. One was playing like the good cop, and then the other one was like the bad cop.
Yeah.
Like one was like, oh, if you do this, you do this, you do the other thing, yeah, you'd be good. And the other one's like, I don't know if you want to do that, blah blah blah. So I'm like, it gave me like an experience of like, oh man, I see like where these guys are coming from, and I could see one of those guys was like going through something.
Yeah.
Because like he had like his fate, like he wasn't happy, and then the other guy was just like.
Normally recruiters aren't.
Yeah. So after that, I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. Because I was like trying to because I also like wanted to be like some sort of special forces or whatever, something like that. I'm like, I want to be cool, man, or whatever. And so I was starting to like train to be that. And I'm like, dude, I know if I'm like in a program, I'll get there.
What did your training regimen consist of?
So I looked at I forgot the name of the test, but like the minimum requirements.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to get to that point.
Okay.
Just to be able to, I think it was like pull-ups. I'm fine
At
with
31.
Yeah, pull-ups. I'm fine with pull-ups, but the running, I hadn't like ran in a while.
Yeah.
Like I would do my cardio in different ways. So like I started running. You had to. I think it was like you had to have either a 7 or an 8 minute mile for like 5 miles or something like that. And like I was struggling with that, dude. Yeah.
Man.
So.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So the run kept you out.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. 'Cause like I'm pretty disciplined and all that, but that pace, I'm like, I'm gonna die if I keep going at this pace like this. My heart was just like coming out of my chest.
Unfortunately, man, you're not the only one. It's a lot of soldiers who get in the military, and for some reason they make it to their duty station, and they get to their duty station and they're failing a PT test, like the run. Like, bruh, how you just come out of basic training at AIT, you get here and you failing a run by this much?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
However, whatever they have to do to pass it at that point in time, they passed it. But you ain't the only one that has a problem running.
Yeah.
Even soldiers in the military still have a problem running. Because, I mean, if you ain't good at it, you ain't good at it.
Yeah.
And I hate running. I hate running, but I enjoyed it in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's part of like a community thing too, right? Because everybody's like doing it at the same time.
Every morning, 6:30, rain or shine, out there running.
Yeah.
And some of the best times, the best camaraderie is during our early morning run. I had this damn squad leader, man, Sergeant Smith, and my buddies Woods, Fuentes, like we were all close, and my homeboy Marlon Brown. So we were young, like when we first joined. I was 19. I ran track growing up, and Woods ran. And Sergeant Smith, this dude, man, he would run the shit out of us every morning, man. Every morning. And we was like, look, bro, this shit's going to suck today. It was Thursday. I knew it was a Thursday. It was raining. I remember it. We were running Area J, and it was dark. And so we had to take this little shortcut when you run down this hill by the parachute shake facility, and you cross over the road, you go through this tunnel. So it's dark as shit. We're going through this tunnel, and we come up, and it's muddy. And we hit mile 2. Yeah. The rain starts coming down a little harder, and Sergeant Smith is just still running. Like, when you run, you ain't asking no questions. Like, we ain't calling no cadence. Yeah. Like, this is you about to get a workout. Yeah. And, man, he start to get them stragglers. So we was in a formation, and they start to drop off. We keep running. We get to mile 4. We're like, this dude tripping. Like, we hauling ass. Like, we hauling ass. It ain't just no shuffle. Yeah. And so we make this right. We come up to this hill, and now we're coming around the Area J. And this is about mile 6. And this is when I was like, this dude's crazy, man. And so Area J is power lines with hills and mud. And literally, we're covered, soaking wet, muddy, and now we're at the top of this hill, and he's standing at the top of this hill, and his whole platoon looks like ants just trying to get up to the hills where he's at. Yeah. And me, Woods, and Fuentes are still there. I'm like, damn, bro, this dude's crazy. Yeah. But at that moment, like, if you hung in with him, he trusted you. Like, okay, I don't care what I was going to put you through. You didn't quit. So he trusted you. So we gained the respect of Sergeant Smith that day.
That's cool. Yeah. So it's kind of good, like a good way to test, right? Because like people that are in the military, like you need to know that they can stand.
Yeah. We didn't know how far we're running. We didn't know how fast. Because if you take off hauling ass, like you gonna try to keep up because you're like, oh, he can't keep this pace for this long.
Yeah.
Mile 3, when you're still going at that pace, you're like, damn, dude, we gotta slow down. But yeah, I learned a lot during those morning PT sessions and just basic body movements, calisthenics.
Mm-hmm.
The burpees, bro, we was doing burpees long before. We wasn't calling them burpees. I don't know what the hell we was calling them, bend and reach or some shit. But they wasn't called burpees. But we were doing this stuff long before burpees became into effect. Like, because when you got to your duty station, they wasn't hitting you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was going to smoke the shit out you.
Yeah.
Like you back behind a Connex doing front back goes, you know what I'm saying, doing push-ups and running in place until you throw up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All because you showed up late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't show up late. You won't get your bag smoked.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know what you asked me, but I gave you 50 cents worth of nonsense.
Yeah, no, dude, it was good. I don't remember what I asked you, so it was a nice roller coaster of a story. I liked it.
Yeah, man, I'm becoming more self-aware. Sometimes I just realize I talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43, like, God damn, do I hijack conversations? Like, do I talk a lot, man? So
no, you I know you answered my question. I just don't remember.
And about 5 other ones too, man. But shit, yeah, basic training, man. It was fun. Just the Army in general. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world.
So 2019 is when you got out.
Yeah.
And you said you were having like a hard time, like getting back into like regular society.
Yeah, man. Well, so I got out. My knees were real bad, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't run anymore. I was a first sergeant, and I was gaining weight. I couldn't run. I had to go upstairs sideways. My body was just breaking down.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I can't physically do what I need to do to get through the day, I'll put somebody's life in jeopardy if I ever had to really go do some shit. And so I was like, man, I gotta get out. And I was talking to a lot of buddies who were retiring. They was living their best life, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, why are you still in the Army? You know how much money you can make, like, if you just retired?
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about, Willis? So one of my homeboys showed me, like, this is what I make, like, when I got out and when I was in, and this is what I make now. And I don't do anything. I was like, how? And he told me, it's like, bro, this is everything that you're entitled to. So I was like, shit, let me go ahead and get this knee surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I get out, my knee will be good, and I can transition into civilian life. So I got the surgery, man, and got out the Army scared, you know what I'm saying, because that's all I knew.
Yeah.
What was I going to do? But I knew that the Army gave me a set of skills that I could use, and I know me personally that I was going to be successful at whatever.
Yeah.
But, getting out of the Army with a family, and not having a job, like, damn, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
How am I going to do this? And it was humbling. It was humbling just going out trying to write a resume, trying to find a job, learning the interview process. And, dude, I remember I started working at a Montessori academy. And it was different. I worked with a lot of women, a lot of different people from different backgrounds that were not in the military.
Yeah.
So we weren't bound by a set of guidelines on how we had to conduct ourselves. So I was trying to navigate that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like people showing up to work late. Like, bro, do you know we got a whole job going on right here that you got to be here for?
Yeah.
And not just digging in like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just like, hey, man, you got to be here at 9. We had this event at 8:30 that you had to be here for. Well, I overslept. Like, bruh, oversleep at my PT formation, and I gotta come get you. Show up late when I was in the Army.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It was a whole lot different. You only did that shit once. You feel me? So it was different trying to navigate that. And then I left that job and end up working for CVS as a shift supervisor.
Yeah,
different again, bruh. Like when people telling you I can't work this shift because prime example, and it sucks because now you know that people are struggling differently. Because in the military, we had an answer and a solution for everything. So a lady was like, look, I can't come to work after 6. You can't schedule me after 6 because I can't see after dark. You can't see after dark. Like, this is some real shit, and people deal with it every day.
Yeah.
But being in the military, you can't see after dark. Bye. You got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go. So just dealing with different perspectives of people everyday lives really, really had me take a step back and say, man, I need to be a little kinder and gentler in my approach. So working at CVS really taught me, because, you know, it's customer service. Yeah. People coming in CVS tripping, bro, and I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, look, all right, I'll do my little training you taught me, but I'm not going to be disrespected. Yeah. And CVS taught me patience, how to deal with people, because you don't know what people going through, man. Yeah. And so I just try to see it.
Very true.
Yeah, you know, I try to see it from their perspective. So people was in there stealing, I let them steal. You know what I'm saying? CVS got enough money. Shit, go ahead. It's on CVS today, man. Because I'm not about to chase after you. Shit. Yeah. You don't pay me enough to run after you. Nah, hell no. Yeah. Not going to happen.
So, you're in CVS, you know exactly what's going on. You're like, you can do whatever.
Nah. It mainly was the kids.
Yeah.
The kids, because we were next to a high school.
Yeah.
And the kids do kid shit, bro. They do kid stuff. And I'm in the Army. You know, I figured out some of the soldiers do some darndest damn things. Yeah. So it's pretty hard to pull some shit over my eyes. Yeah. And so 5 kids come in, all with backpacks. You know what I'm saying? They crowding the aisle. I already know what they're doing. But, you know, I was like, hey, I know what you're in here doing. I'm not going to stand over you. But there's cameras here everywhere. But if I physically see you putting something in your pocket, I'm going to call the police. Yeah, it's over. So do what you do, but just don't disturb the people in the store. And that's how I approached the situation. Yeah. I gave them the decision to do what they was going to do. Yeah. And I never had no problem out of it, man.
Yeah. And at what point did you realize, I want to do comedy?
Man, so I always wanted to do stand-up. Like, from growing up watching Showtime at the Apollo with my mom, that's like 10, 11 years old, man. And I used to, because my dad, he worked a lot. And I was 10, 11 watching Showtime at the Apollo. And it came on at midnight was the thing. So as a kid trying to stay up on Saturday night, trying to watch the Apollo, and you know your mama going to wake you up to go to Sunday school the next morning. So it was always stay up at your own risk. Yeah. So staying up, watching the amateurs try to go sing and dance and just showcase their skills, and then comedians would get up and do their thing. And the comedians always hosted Showtime at the Apollo. So seeing them come out, Steve Harvey, Sinbad, just seeing them come out and do their opening act, you know what I'm saying, and telling jokes. Yeah. And then when I grew up watching Harlem Nights, Friday, Eddie Murphy Delirious, Eddie Murphy Raw, like sneaking to watch it because, you know what I'm saying, as a kid.
They don't let you watch it.
Like, I got a cheeseburger, I got a cheese. Like, that's so real, bro, because like growing up, we didn't get hamburgers. We got white bread with a big-ass hamburger patty, right, with some ketchup on that hoe, and that's your burger. Yeah. Like, for real. So when I heard that and a grown man telling the jokes that I was living, I was like, hey, that's some funny stuff. Yeah. And so I found myself in high school, like, going listen to these stand-ups and going telling jokes in school of other comedians. Yeah. And my friends wasn't really on comedy like that, so they thought I was just making all this stuff up. But I was reciting other people's shit, you know? Yeah. And so being funny all through the military, I posted something on the Facebook, and one of my soldiers said, it was one of my sets, and he replied, man, that sounds like a lot of safety briefings and a lot of platoon sergeant meetings. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I was being funny all through my military career. I just didn't know I was being a stand-up comedian. Yeah. And so after getting out of the military, dealing with, you know, PTSD, a lot of anxiety, a lot of different stuff. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to tell some damn jokes. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, hey, this is what it is. And I think doing that really helps. You know what I'm saying? Because I just did the Best Medicine Brigade. You know what I'm saying? And with the American Legion. Yeah. And we talked about comedy being a healing process. Yeah. And it is. It's something about getting on stage and getting that rush of excitement. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In front of a lot of people, and that feeling that you get kind of can relate to being in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a kind of strange way.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. But the ultimate reason I think I got into comedy is because I like making people laugh.
Yeah.
I have a good energy, and I like just to pass on that positive energy to people, man. I like to see people win. I like to see people have a good time.
Yeah.
I've always been an entertainer. I had parties at my house growing up in the military. I've always liked to entertain. And so when I said, damn, I think I'm a stand-up comedian. And I was like, shit, here I go. I'm going to try it. And here we are.
Here we are, man. So what is so you mentioned Steve Harvey, Eddie Murphy.
Steve Harvey briefly.
Yeah.
don't hang my hat on Steve Harvey.
Is there like a particular one that
man, my all-time favorite comedian is Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, okay.
You know, because his stand-up, I Might Need Security, I think really solidified. Like, damn, even growing up, because I tell a lot of his jokes. In school and during the military, you know what I'm saying? I would recite those in the platoon setting or in the field. And me and my friends who've seen it, we would talk about just comedy specials for hours. And but just seeing Jamie Foxx from In Living Color, the Jamie Foxx Show, his stand-up, just a versatile entertainer.
Dude, he can literally do it all.
Versatile entertainer. But I love him most for a stand-up.
Yeah.
You know, his delivery is his just approach to comedy, how it's everyday life and just being funny, being who you are.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part, you know, and being who you are. Like, are people going to accept you for who you are?
Yeah.
But at this day and age, like, I don't give a shit, man. I'm 43. I done a lot of shit in my life. I've done some unthinkable shit that I'm not proud of, and I've done some things that I am proud of. But if people really know, like, some of the stuff you did, it would be embarrassing, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit,
You
man?
could even make a joke about it, you know?
I do. Like, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Like, if you're happy with who you are, bro, do you.
That's like the whole game, right?
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. Try not to make people happy. Live your life for you. You know, take care of you and your family.
Yeah, man.
That's what you got to do.
What is there anything you want to plug or anything like that? Just
yeah, man. Shit. Speaking of progression, you know, I produce comedy shows all around Austin. You know, I got some shows. My hometown, Rockdale, I do a show called It's a Damn Comedy Show that I put on out there. I do the House Party Comedy Show here in Austin and Round Rock. So, man, just get at me. Come out to some of the shows. I put on great entertainment, great fun, cheap. Catch me at an open mic, man.
What's your Instagram handle?
Oh, Ernest Evans Sr. All my IG, all my social media platforms, that's ErnestEvansSR on all social media platforms. I'm starting to get into some YouTube links, dropping that shit, but I'm still new at this, man.
Yeah, man.
So whatever I say, don't take me at face value.
Just keep at it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Boo! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.